All right.
Live.
Thank you, ready.
Going live. Hello and welcome to the Blue Twinners channel this evening, afternoon, wherever you are. I'm Alan from the channel, as usual. And I'm here with my opponent, who's usually around on a Sunday evening. Welcome, Rough.
Hi, everybody.
And we will be having a go at the bloody Omaha scenario of the Battle for Normandy. This was prompted by you, Ruff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And from the GMT P500. So,
Yes.
yeah, you had the you signed up to the
I had.
P500 on this.
And hi, Todd. Yeah, and Todd was quite upset because he bought a second-hand copy, and the next day they released it on P500. So now he's sorting out the counters from the original one.
Right.
So yeah.
So I had the original from the original P500, would you believe, back in 2009, and I played it a few times, but not amazingly recently. So I thought I'd offer, as a usual, Rough and Blue playthrough. We'd have a go at a scenario and Battle for Normandy to know what he's signing up to and paying his pound sterling for.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll be a good introduction to the game. You're teaching me the game.
Yes.
I know nothing about it. All I can see at the moment, it looks very similar, as we said before we went live. It looks very similar to Dark Summer in the setup with the hidden counters for the strong points.
Yes.
And the hexes on the landing zones look very similar. So it should be okay. Oh, you've got it as
anyway,
well, Todd.
We've got a bit of a cohort that's appeared. We're up to, what is it, 13, 14 people? So welcome, everybody. As is usual, can somebody just say that they can see and hear us? We'll be in the corner. Wave, Rough. Yeah, and you can hear both of us. Please let us know if you can't, and then I can try and sabotage my computer to make sure that it does happen. Because there's usually something wrong.
Yeah, hello, everybody in the chat.
But anyway, yeah. So, we have your mate Tony in.
Yeah, I said hi, Tony.
Yeah, and Wardrobe's here. Oh, and Wardrobe has pre-ordered it as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. So yeah, hopefully it'll be an introduction for a few people, and people who know the game. You'll be laughing at all our mistakes and me getting the rules wrong as usual. So bit of entertainment all the way around, and maybe a bit of banter as well. But yeah, just do send some messages in the chat. You already have started. You got ahead of me. But yeah, I'll try and keep a track of it. But let's have a look at the game. So we have the vassal module here, and we're doing bloody Omaha. So Ruff, you're being the Americans, so you'll be doing most of the heavy lifting here, and I'll be just sitting back and blazing away, and in a rather sort of futile, possibly fatalistic way. And just to note for everybody is that the strong point counters, which are the sort of half black counters with the big numbers on, that you can see, Ruff can't see unless he wants to cheat and have a look at the thing. I bet he'd never do something like that. So he doesn't know those are blank to him, which are the defense strength of them. Now, one thing.
Hold on. There's a couple over here on the left here.
Ah, yeah, there's two ones. Yeah, they're not strong points. So something I found with the vassal module is there's a special rule for point to hock, and it is the fact whether the guns are there or not. So actually, underneath those counters, there are two counters. One is the guns, and one is the fooled you. There aren't any guns. And so the real guns will be in one of those two hexes, either on the coast or behind it. And the module doesn't allow you to actually hide those. So you'd be able to see which ones are which. So I've stuck a strong point marker. And actually they have a defense strength of 1 anyway. So the ones are useful. And it's just so I can hide the markers.
Right,
okay.
Gotcha.
So just going through the game quickly, as quickly as we can here. So it's quite a traditional game in most aspects. There's a few a few oddities, but mostly it's your standard kind of hex encounter idea. So your counters are the traditional three values at the bottom: attack, defense, movement. No surprises there. They will also have a designation and a color, which is what division they belong to, and that is actually important in this game, particularly for supply. You have a number on the left-hand side of the counter, which is in a black circle, white writing, and that is the stacking value. Again, it's actually quite important, and certainly important in this actual scenario. And then what you might see is a number of dots in the top right, which is the number of steps the counter currently has. So, and you count it down as you take losses. Okay.
Yep.
So if we look at what's facing the beach at the moment, you've got stacks of 3 companies. So that's just, you've got the little pip or single pip at the top, rather than the double pip, which is the battalion. So a rule for the landings is that you cannot land as a battalion onto a beach which has got an enemy Zoc on it. So you have to land as companies, which usually means that you're probably losing some firepower. And also the stacking value is annoying, because a battalion is usually a stacking value of 3, but companies are a stacking value of 2. So 3 companies or a battalion, suddenly it's double the size in a hex. And normally you can only stack 6 in a hex. Okay. And what we've got behind is there's some white boxes here, which I'm moving a counter. Oh, I can't actually move your counters. So there's a 5th Ranger Battalion. There's a 11629. I'll zoom in so people can see that. All along the back of these phase hexes. Okay. And the phase hexes are about 3 waves. And actually the stack of 3 companies in the phase 1 hexes are actually represented by that battalion counter at the back. Okay. So if you like, where are we? Again, I can't move the count. If I actually just take the counters away. If we look at Dog Green, which is the leftmost big beach, forget Charlie for the moment. So that's got a battalion of the 29th Division there, the 1st Battalion 116th Regiment, and you've got 3 companies there. Now I have labelled them. Now this doesn't exist in the game, and it's not that important. That when you break down a battalion into companies, you can label them in the vassal module, but in the game it's just generic counters. But I have labelled them anyway, so those 3 companies represent that counter. All right. There are also the rest of the possible landing units of the 29th one across, which is the blue insert, 29th Division, which is on the left-hand side, floating around in the water, although it's not really, and the reds, which are the big red one, 1st Infantry Division, on the right of Omaha Beach. Now, they're just there for convenience, and I have stacked companies next to the battalions, so they could break down. You could put them as breakdowns as well. All right. You'll also find at phase 3, which is not really the place for them, but you'll see a stack of 3 armoured companies. And these are the DD tanks. Okay. And they have their 2 regiments are actually at the top, the 743rd and the 741st. They're just hovering above Omaha Beach, just on the edge of the grey area above the map. Okay.
Gotcha.
There is another tank battalion there, but it's got its companies next to it, a bit like the 1st Division and the 29th Division on the sides. That's because that's not DD tanks, that's normal tanks, so they don't start. Okay. Right. On my side, you'll see these strong point markers. They will have a defense value, and that's it. They don't move, and they attack, but they use the defense value as an attack, if you like. I have various others. So I've got some companies here, the 126s here. I've labelled them again, but that's not really critical. And then I've got my own battalions here with the 357. Sorry, not 352nd Division here. So on the beach, I've got an infantry, and then behind between Formigny and Longville, I've got a pack battalion, an anti-tank battalion, an artillery unit, which you'll be interested. It's only got 2 values, and one of them's in brackets. So they always have artillery units always have a defense of 1. Doesn't matter how many artillery units you have in a hex; it's always a defense of 1. But their fire rating is in brackets because they can fire indirect, of course. They're artillery units. The 6 is still the same movement factor. Pretty much everything's kind of 6-ish here. There are 3 different types of movement factor, though. You'll see in your tanks they'll have a yellow background, and you'll also see on the recon battalions on the 29th, and they're not actually on the beach but next door, you'll see they have a pale blue, and that is a motorized. So how things go in the game for a sequence of play, you've got 3 sub-turns in a turn, and they are night, morning and afternoon. The time of day is just at the top of the map at the moment there. We start at AM, and there is an interface during the night turn, but we're not going to do that yet. Then each of those sub-turns, there's an Allied turn, then there's a German turn. And for each turn, you do an engineering phase. You flip your artillery units to a ready side. If I take my artillery unit back here near Trevier, if I flip him, how do I do that? Yeah, so that's him flipped, which is the equivalent of moved. So if you moved something you can't flip, it's traditional artillery you can't. Standard sort of horse-drawn stuff is moved. That means moved or fired. The same thing, and you see that the values aren't available anymore. And then bring him back. Okay, and yeah, so you flip all your artillery back to the ready side, which is the front side of your kind. Then you have a movement phase, and then you have a combat phase. And then it's over to the German side, and at the end it does exactly the same thing, and that's it for that sub-turn. You go on to PM, then off to night, and you go through. And each of those 3 turns is a day, of course, morning, afternoon, and night. Night has quite a few restrictions. I won't bother going through them here because it will take us a while to get to that anyway. And that's really it. That's why I'm saying it's quite a traditional. The attack defense movement, the sort of movement and combat phase. Now, interestingly enough, during the AM and PM turn, there is an extra phase. We remove one phase and add another. There's no engineering phase, so there's only one engineering phase, and that's during the night. During the AM and PM turns, at the end of your turn, you have a mechanised movement phase, and this is where the yellow and the blue come in here. So you get an extra movement phase for those counters. You get a full movement for yellow. I think I've got it right way around. And you get half movement for blue. All right. Okay. So that's where you get the extra movement for, as opposed to the infantry, which are a 6, but then you get to move in the standard movement phase. All right. Terrain costs, traditional kind of thing. You have on terrain costs, you've got the beach, of course. You've got what do they call it? Open. There's not a lot of open in the game. It's maybe up by the coast here, near to Pointe de Hoc. There's a couple of hexes there, which is sort of blank beige, and that's open. Then behind, you've got this mottled, the subdued green, which is known as farmland.
It's known as what?
Farmland.
Farmland, right.
Yeah. Now, if I scroll down, you'll see that it suddenly changes into this sort of darker olive green, and that's bocage. So there's 2. They look similar, but one's darker than the other. Okay.
Oh.
And bocage is
Colourblind.
nasty in this game.
Yeah, but colorblind alert. It's got the same crackle effect, isn't it? But I can see one slightly darker in tone. That's
That's
the
it.
bocage.
That's the bocage, yeah. So nowhere near Omaha Beach, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
You'll
And
see
then
also this marshy area behind Lacombe,
yeah.
and that's of course flooded or marsh. And then we have the little dots, which are, if they're just integrated as part of the terrain, it's a village, and they're sort of greyish. If they're black, then and usually it's clear bit behind them, that's a city. Okay, the two nasty places to attack in the game are Bocage and City. They're pretty much as bad as each other. Village is not great. Towns. Oh, sorry. The ones with the I've got this wrong. The ones with the black dots, but a clear background, are towns.
Right.
Cities have, and if we look over here to Bayo, they have a yellowy background. So they look like a town with a yellowy background, usually more than one of them. So those are cities, hexes. Okay. Trevier is
Hold
just
on.
a town.
Let me go on. Let me find Trevier to get a reference then. Where's Trevier?
Trevier is just behind Omaha Beach. If you follow the road off Omaha Beach down south, you'll get to Trevier, near the marsh.
Oh, I've got it, yes.
Yeah. So that's town. That's
right.
a town. Cities are the yellowy version of that, which is Bayo. And then villages are the other things, the sort of grey dots, which is just integrated into the farmland.
Okay, you'll tell me.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Okay, there is forest as well. You see these little splodges of green. Those are there as well. They have two movement costs for mech and non-mech. So if you don't have a colour behind the movement, you're non-mech. So that would be all the infantry, etc. Non-mech would be the yellows and the blue, yellow and blue backgrounds.
Evening, Fred.
Yeah. So
James, buy it.
Sorry.
I'm just talking to the chat there while you stopped.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Apologies. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm concentrating on the rule book now. So sorry if I've ignored anybody.
That's why I sit back, because I know you'll be engrossed. Are there any player aids with this vassal mod?
Any
player aids?
Yeah, I sent you some on your email.
Did you?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
About half an hour ago.
Tell a joke or something.
Oh, I say.
No, carry on. I carry on. No, I've got them.
You got them. Okay, there you go. So there's a terrain effects chart there as one of them. So the two are a terrain effects chart and a combat results table. And that's it really. There are other tables, but they're not really that useful for this scenario. There's lots of other extraneous stuff which we don't need to concern ourselves here.
Not at this stage.
Right. Even though it looks like it's really well set up, the Americans aren't set up yet. So where we have the phase 2s and phase 3s, okay, what we need to do is we need to add more troops into there, and they'll be having gone through the entire the turn sequence, and this is really interesting, is the landings are almost an entirely different system. Okay, so the June the 6th AM turn is different, and it's broken up into 3 little turns inside that, and the combat system is completely different. It's a lot quicker and a lot simpler, although the main one isn't that difficult anyway, but it takes away quite a lot of things like dice roll modifiers and stuff. It's almost like a shooting gallery kind of thing. But anyway, in each of those little sub-turns, landing phases they're called, you will land the units from phase 1 first, which are what's populated at the moment. Then you'll land the phase 2s. Then you'll land the phase 3s, if you're lucky. Because the one thing that actually gets you in this game is possibly not the Germans firing at you. It's actually the traffic jams, and
Yeah, being
and you'll
held up,
get
yeah.
stuck. It's quite yeah, if I'll say anything, I mean it's quite a bloody landing. It's also really frustrating in my experience of it. But anyway, so it's partially set up, and what I need you to do,
Uh-huh.
and to be honest, everything's a company, and they're mostly infantry, so there's no difference between them. The only difference is what you want to do with the tanks. Now, what you can do, you see you have artillery units available. You also have the recon units. You have the HQs and the
Where am
engineers.
where am I looking at these?
So these are off to the sides of the
Off
beach.
to the right.
Yeah, off the right and left. There's the big. There's the first infantry division. The Reds are off onto the right of the beach,
Yeah.
and the Blues, which are the 29th, are off to the left. Now, if I look at the 29th Infantry Division, so at the top row we've got an artillery unit, we've got the HQ, which is
Yeah.
the colourful one. Then you've got a recon unit, which you've got the blue movement, and then you've got an engineer unit. All right.
Gotcha.
So all of those, they can only land as battalions. So there's usually not a lot of point in putting them
Out.
first, because they won't be able to land, because you need to be companies to land. Okay. Then
First time anyway. Yeah.
then the three rows below that, you've got a battalion with 3 companies next to it. So if we look at the first 115th, the 29th there.
The
It's
126. Yeah.
yeah. No. Below. So the row below those 3 I was telling you about. So effectively ignore the top row, because you shouldn't really put them into the landings. You can do, but you need it's a little bit subtle in their use. You'd have to guess what's going to happen, which is a run through. I don't think it's probably worth you doing it.
No.
So it'll be the infantry, which is the next 3 rows, and on each row there's 2 battalions, and beside each battalion is 3 companies, which is representing that battalion when you land. Okay. So you will be putting these companies on.
So the one, sorry, still haven't got the unit sizes in my head right.
Right.
So which colour are they? They're white, or are they bluish, or the
So
infantry?
the bluish are the battalions, because they've got the designation of the 29th. Anything that's 29th is blue.
I see. And to
Okay.
the left of that, I've got 3 126s, which
Yeah,
are
the companies, breakdown companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
And they're the things for landing.
yeah. So remember, you can't land whole battalions. You have to land companies. All right. So
Sorry, guys. Excuse my ignorance.
that's all right. So I've voluntarily created these companies, just just to rattle things along, so you don't have to clone and all that kind of stuff. So each of these 6, if you see, there's 6 battalions here. On the 3 rows, and there's So, and on the big red one, you put pretty much the same. Although what I've done is I've stuck the just because I'm
Where's
like
Lee
that.
Marvin? That's what I want to know. And Luke Skywalker.
He's in a galaxy far, far away, I believe.
No, he was in the big one.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay, right. Well, Mark Hamill, maybe. Right. So
again,
as I said, you effectively you're just going to be putting almost all infantry in this landing. James, do you really need another Normandy game? Well, I have about 6, so of course you damn well do. Get on with it and buy it.
Well, I haven't got any apart from the Dark Summer, which turned up the other day. But
right. Well, there you go. It's the first one. I've got. Oh God, what have I got? I've got June 6th. I've got Longest Day. I've got Greatest Day. Probably a couple more somewhere that I can't remember where they are. But yeah, I've got quite a few. Breakout Normandy somewhere as well, I think. And in fact, part of the reason why I didn't get Dark Summer really was the fact that I've got a lot of Normandy games, so but I'm kind of a way ahead of you. And there's an SES, but I haven't got the SES either. Anyway, back to
That's
where we
Day of
were.
Days, isn't it?
Yeah, Day of Days. That's what James has said he's got.
Ah, it's a big old game.
So you will be landing almost exclusively infantry companies.
So where were these companies based? This is phase 2 you're talking
Yeah.
about?
So hang on. No, it's unfortunately it's going to be a little bit more complicated than that. So what
Oh,
you need to do, okay, is you need to decide. Let me get this exactly right. There was a certain stacking limit for each of those phase hexes. So let me just get this right. Okay, so the 3 at the front represent those battalions I've put in the white boxes, and that's because the scenario says that you have to have those on the right beach. Okay, that's the sort of starting. However, now you also have these 6 tank companies. These are DDs. Okay, they're sitting in phase 3 of the middle, the middle 2. Yeah, so I just stuck them to one side. Okay, now you can put those in any of the beaches you like, including phase 1. Okay, what that means is you don't have to have all the companies that you currently have there in phase 1. Okay, you can effectively muck around as much as you like, but only within the actual beach itself. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So you can split up those companies, and you can put, say, 1 on each phase 1 if you wanted to. Okay, but you can only stack 3 companies in these phase hexes. So one of the infantry ones would have to drop back. Okay, if you put a tank in, but you don't have to put the tank in phase 1. You could put them into phase 2 or 3. Also, all the other infantry companies, you can then stack them into phase 2 and phase 3. And again, you've got a stacking of 3 companies. Once you've done that, you can play with whichever companies are which between phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 in each beach set of hexes, yeah? Each landing set of hexes. So, for example, you put... what's probably likely to happen is you put 3 companies phase 1, 2 companies and a tank company, 2 infantry companies and a tank company in phase 2, and 3 infantry companies on phase 3. Okay?
Right.
However, that tank doesn't have to stay in phase 2. You can put it in phase 1 or phase 3. You can muck around if you like. If you want to put a regiment, a battalion in phase 3, go ahead. You could move that to anywhere you like and muck around with the companies if you wanted to. But I would have thought if you're going to put a battalion, you definitely put it in phase 3. You wouldn't move it any further forward. But it's kind of up to you how you organise. But what you can't do is organise across beach hexes. Right. So dog red and dog green, the stuff in dog red, you can muck around with them within the dog red 3-phase hexes.
They can't skip another.
Yeah, you can't cross one from. Okay, or not at this point. Okay, so you need to do that kind of setup really, of what you want to do. Now again, you may want to put battalions in phase 3, and what you're doing is you're crossing fingers and hoping that the beach would be cleared by that point. There's a couple of there's some rangers on the side in Charlie, so they've broken down as well, and there's also the rangers in Point de Hoc as well, which have broken down. Now you can't stick tanks with them.
No,
you can't do anything with them. They'll just land as they land, as they are. Okay, rangers have they have 2 abilities. One is they are less likely to drift, and we're not talking about Point de Hoc. We're talking about Charlie here, because these units may drift on landing, and there you get the stacking problems. They are less likely to drift. They get a negative dice roll module on a drift dice roll. And also, they can actually, if you see behind the beach, there's this brown hex side.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are bluff hex sides. Okay. you'll see right on the extreme right of the beach near Pont-en-Bessin, you've got a black, and those are cliffs.
Yeah.
Cliffs you can't go up. Bluffs you can go up. Mech can't go up them at all. Infantry, it costs all their movement points to go up. Rangers, though, it's only half their movement points to go up. Okay. Now, you will note if you remove the counters from the spaces, you'll see there's little notches on some of the hex sides, which are the draws. And these draws are the way you can get vehicles out off the beach. Okay.
Whereabouts? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right.
There's little notches.
I can't move yours. Yeah, there's little gaps in the.
Yeah, the little gaps. Yeah. So that's how you'll get vehicles off. All right.
That's how they get tanks on and things. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they get off the beach. You can get it. They'll land on the beach, but they can't get off. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where Rangers are a bit useful, is that they can get off the beach easier by going up bluffs. All right. There are Zocs in this game, and Zocs affect supply, which doesn't really matter for the landing, and also retreats, unless there is a friendly unit, in which case the Zoc doesn't count. Other than that, it does count. When you move into a Zoc, it's free. You don't have to stop movement. You can keep moving, but you can't go Zoc to Zoc. When you exit a Zoc, it costs 2 extra movement points, and you can only go to a non-Zoc after that. You can negate the +2 with a special maneuver. If you, say, have 2 units and a hex, and you want one of them to withdraw, i.e. move backwards, because you've got a unit that's staying there in that hex, you can effectively back out without the Zoc cost, because there's a unit still defending the hex.
Covering your withdrawal.
Exactly, yeah. Other than that, it's always +2. Also, this won't be relevant for the landings, but just to show you how the combat works, it's an odds-based system with die roll modifiers. But the thing is if you're in a beach, a clear, a farmland, or a marsh, you will have to combat whatever's next to you. Okay? You are forced to fight. If you're in Bocage or City or other things like that, you don't have to fight. Okay, but if you're in a Zoc and you happen to be in those terrain types, the more open terrain types, you will have to fight. Okay, that's very important. Also, with combat, it's defense hex by defense hex. So you attack a particular hex. You can, the usual thing is known as soaking off. You can use artillery to bombard units without attacking with land units. It's a proper combat, but it means that it gets you out of the mandatory attack problem. Okay, so say one of your units was next to 3 of mine. In the combat phase, you would be forced to attack. However, you can only attack 1 hex. You can't attack the other 2. That would actually force an attacker retreat. But what you could do is you can attack 1 hex and attack the 2 other hexes with artillery units on their own, and that would get you. That would work. So artillery can be used to prevent that problem with mandatory attacks. All right. Now, however, the combat system here. What happens is when it's your combat phase, you tot up the attack factors in a hex, and you roll a d10 against it, and if you roll equal to or less than, you score a hit. And that's it. With a couple of modifiers, but not much. Bluff hex sides are a modifier to it. I believe it's a -1. And that's it. But that only lasts for this landing turn. Okay?
Yeah.
That combat. After that, it becomes the usual. And as you can imagine with this, if you're next door to units, you have to attack them. It can be, as I said, it's quite a frustrating thing, especially with that stacking. All right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Other things, just particularly for the Germans. So their strong points, they of course can't retreat, they can't move. You can either select, if you've got a loss in the hex, you can select the strong point instead of the unit if there's a unit with it. Yeah, and they're hidden, so their values are hidden from you, Rough, although it's actually on the screen on the actual broadcast. Okay. There's 12 of them, ignoring the point to hock thing. There's 12 of them, and they're 12 of 46 markers. 15 of those markers are 4 strength, 15 are 3 strength, 8 are 2 strength, and 8 are 1 strength. So they'll be either 1 to 4, and the bias is towards the 4s and the 3s. So they're quite tough, potentially quite tough. Okay. Right. Well, let's. There's no navy in this scenario, and there's no aircraft in this scenario. It's just all taken out because it's an introductory scenario. All right. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Normally, there's 2 types of supply. There is general supply, which you do at the start of your movement phase, and there is combat supply, which at the point of combat you determine. Now, normally, and it's not in this scenario, there's another simplification of this scenario. When you attack as the Allies, Germans don't have this problem, but as the Allies, you need what's known as combat support points, or combat supply points. And you chew through these to do attacks. But in this scenario, they don't exist, so you can just ignore them. But normally, you check a supply at the start of a combat, spend CSPs, and off you go. You can do it without, but then you can't get things like any artillery support. You kind of hamstrung on the support side, which is where the combat power really comes from on the American side. Okay, so let's. Do you want to sort out where you want your companies in your 6 beach hexes and the phases between them?
So phase 1 has already been done for me. Yes.
Yes, but they don't have to stay there. They could withdraw backwards if you wanted to.
I'm not going to go too bonkers because I want to get on with the game.
Yes.
So this phase 2 over at the Point of Hock, there's only 1 hex there, and I've got loads of units around it.
Those are just there hanging in the a Point of Hock is taken care of.
Right.
Okay, so there's a three ranger companies. That's it, done.
Right, good. Okay. So I've got to put all these in these phase 2s and 3s then.
Yes. Now, just a couple of restrictions here.
Yes.
Okay, so the DD tanks. Normally they're normal tanks. After this first turn, they're normal tanks, but here. Okay.
Yeah.
If they're in phase 1.
Yeah.
Let's see, just make sure I get this right. Okay, I was just reading just to make sure. So if they're in phase 1, they are they are duplex drive tanks. They're swimming tanks. Okay.
Yeah.
If they're not in phase 1, they're just normal tanks. Okay, they'll just land. All right. Now, why the hell would you put them in the first rank? Well, the first thing is why you wouldn't is because you have to roll for survival, so they may drown. Okay. However, there's a plus. Is that if you land the DD tanks, and this is the first thing you do, is to check whether the DD tanks land or not. If they successfully land, they get a free fire immediately. So you get a free shot with them. Now, you must land 2 DD tank companies in phase 1, a minimum. Okay.
Right.
You can have more, but those 6 standing there, at least 2 must be swimming tanks and be in phase 1. All right. Other than that, you can play around.
What's the stacking limit in the phase hexes?
3 companies. So you ignore the stacking value. It's just 3 companies.
Right. So I'm going to, if I say move, hold on. Move that back there. And then put one. You mean something like something like that? Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Although, did you move? You moved it into the next Beach X's phase 2. You didn't move it
Oh, it's got to
directly
go here.
backwards. Yeah,
It's
that's
got to
it.
go there.
That's it. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's
Gotcha.
exactly. To be honest, as I say, in the physical game, there's no designations here. Companies are just like markers almost. So
Yeah.
you throw them around like you like. But as I said, it says that you're meant to keep these, because if you start putting battalions in, you then have to keep them in, kind of thing.
It's going to get a bit daft, isn't it? So phase
So let me have a look at
2.
the chat while you're doing that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
shall be doing this. So, um, do I have to keep divisions together? That's what you're saying, isn't it?
It's a good idea for general supply, but you don't have to worry about it this turn, but you will do. So yeah, keep the 29th on one side and the first on the other side, definitely.
Yeah.
It's trace supply normally.
Right.
So you'd want them going in different directions.
Right.
You don't want them intermingling because it becomes a nightmare.
And
You
want me to
will,
fill
it
up?
will force you, the game system, the supply system will force you to disentangle them.
Right.
Otherwise
So
it's
you
a
want me to
mess.
fill up the phase 2s and 3s then?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
You put three companies worth in each of the phase hexes.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you get 9 per beach.
Yeah.
3 in 1. Although you don't have to put companies in there. As I said, you could put a battalion if you're feeling brave.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
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 Okay.
Let's not do that.
Okay. And the white boxes are behind are these holding boxes where you could put the battalion counters. They don't mean anything. They're just a holding box, just to remind you of what you
Thing
put
with
where.
the beach on.
With the name, yeah, that's just a holding box to just keep your battalion counters organised. They're
Right.
little
Okay.
organiser boxes. That's all. So yeah, I think that has anybody in the chat got a lot of experience with this game. I say I did play it a little bit when it first came out. I haven't done very much with it since. I do like it. It's very big though. The whole thing is a very big. Is it 5 maps? Is it? I think.
Yeah. 5 maps. These tanks at the top here,
Right.
underneath the weather track, to the left of the weather track.
Yeah. Okay. So you can add those in.
Are they a part of what?
But they are part of the tank battalion above it.
So they can go with anyone.
They can go with anyone, but they're not DDs, so they can't go in phase 1. They're standard tanks.
Let's get these in. So, is that? Oh, that's that's the.
Yeah, it's a 745th Tank Battalion.
Yeah. Right. So we'll keep plopping them in. Where are we? No. Oh gosh.
Just next to that tank battalion, you'll see 2 white bits of writing there. One is Drift 5, and the other one is DD Tanks 3. So those are the things you roll against for Drift, and also for DD Tank Survival for Omaha. And the other beaches have different values.
So I've run out of spaces, or is that something?
I think you've got. Have you got something spare?
Oh, what's this?
I'm trying to think where. So Dog Red phase 3. I think. Is there only one tank?
Oh,
there's only one tank battalion there.
It's frozen.
What's are you frozen?
I'm frozen on it. Yeah, my mouse is moving about, but I can't move the count.
Can't click. Oh, okay.
What a ghost. Maybe come out and come back in. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's gone on. Sorry about that, chaps.
Yeah, it's still working for me, so the game is still.
I think it's my toaster of a computer, so apologies. I'll come out. No.
You use a toaster as a computer?
Well, it's the derogatory term for a computer.
And presumably it's just popped.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right, now I'll be with you hopefully in a second.
Yeah.
There we go. Right. Oh, it says start new log file. Do I have to? Does that mean I've lost
Oh yeah,
everything?
no. Just ignore that. Just say no. Doesn't matter. It's just
Oh,
whenever you go in, just join in again.
well done. Oh, it's giving me the wrong map. Why do the things go wrong? I'm looking at
Yeah.
Cherbourg here.
Scroll down and
Ah,
yeah,
yeah. It's huge.
it's a huge map. Yeah.
Right, where was I? So you reckon I haven't got as many? Yeah, look, see how
Yeah.
many
So
got
you've
here.
got I don't know the
There's
name of
one
the
team.
dog
Yeah,
white as dog white phase 3 has got 4 companies. Dog
hold
red
on.
has only got 1 tank company.
Oh, I see. So
I think dog green phase 2 only has 1 company. And dog red phase 2 is going to want 1 company as well, so you can
I've got
stack a
you.
few more.
Right, I've got you. And there's one. And then that's 3, isn't it? Yeah. We've got.
Yeah, so phase 2 of that beach as well. You've only got 1 company just in front of it. That's only 1 company.
Oh, the Rangers go there, don't they, on phase 2 and find a hawk?
No. That's those 3 companies that are already in phase 1. I don't know why there's a phase 2 there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably something
So
to do with the campaign game. You could stick more people in there if you wanted to.
What have I missed here? I've got 3 there, 3 there, 1 there. Right. So that's the other 2 then. So bop. Bop.
Okay.
Now, I've got lots of these left over.
Well, you will have. Not everything can fit in.
Okay, some of the big red one
Yeah.
companies there. Right.
Yeah, because you got more
Thanks
tanks.
for
You got more tanks over there, haven't you? I think
And where
on the big red one side. I think. Have you got more tanks? Oh no,
on
I can't. I can't actually inspect your stacks, so I don't know.
there's some. Let me expand those. There's those underneath the mulberry track.
Yeah, these guys. Yeah. But I'm looking at the phase hexes, just checking you've got everybody there, and you might have more tanks than on the 29th side, which is why there's a few more of the big red ones stuck
Is it
in
good
the
to
back.
bring tanks or infantry in your experience then?
Sorry.
Is it better to bring infantry in rather than more tanks from a
No,
tax?
tanks are great. So the 2 modifiers involved in the firing of this, one is the bluffs, and the other one is combined arms. So you do want tanks, indeed, yes. But I think
Leave it like
you've got them all in. You've got them all on somewhere.
I've got a couple of 3 stacks of companies left over.
Yeah. But you want to kind of intermingle them. But yeah, sure. No, I mean looks fine to me from memory.
I've got all tanks there. Hold on. Yeah, let me. Oh, I can't. No, I can't. No. Okay. Right.
All right.
Off you go.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got that. So we're all ready to go. And the first thing that needs to happen is we have the DD tank part of the. Let me just get the. Here we go. So, Allied landing segment phase 1. So this is the mini turn within the mini turn. If you like, okay. So, units in phase 1 assault hexes will enter the actual beach. On phase 1 only, check for drift for each unit entering a beach hex this phase. Okay. Landings may be performed in any order that the allied player wishes, but units in each landing site must be landed from west to east. Okay, so you start at the Rangers in Charlie, I think.
Right.
Okay. So each landing site has a drift rating, which is 5 for Omaha. Okay. For each unit, you roll a d10. This is only in phase 1 only.
Right.
If the dice roll is less than or equal to the drift rating, it lands. If it's greater, it lands 1 hex to the east. So that is towards the right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to go through that. If they're a DD tank, you roll for
Yeah.
its survival. And if they do survive, you could then get a free fire. Okay. So
Okay.
you roll for survival, and the survival is the DD tank's number. So if you roll equal to or less than that, the DD tank will survive. If you roll more than that on a D10, they die.
All right, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
We're working from left to right.
Yeah.
Back then, yeah.
So you'd first put the Rangers down.
And they'd be coming down
Fifth
on
Ranger
top
Battalion.
Of that,
Yeah.
on top of that. So they plop there.
Yeah,
No.
sorry, Point to Hock is different. You stay in phase 1 for Point to Hock, I think, because you have to fight your way onto the beach.
Okay.
So, because there is actually something there. And in fact,
I see.
Yeah. Let me just check what happens with that. Special rule.
I think I've revealed something. Not listed.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll have to fight that. Oops. You'll have to.
Do I have to the Rangers drift?
So the Point to Hook ones don't. It's just
right.
the Charlie ones do. So ignore Point to Hook for the moment. Let's just go with Charlie.
Charlie over here.
Yeah. So 3 companies there. You do three rolls to see what happens. There's a -1 on the dice for the Rangers. They seem to have slightly better.
Right. So
directional
five or
sense. Yeah, 5 or less to succeed, unless they go. Yeah.
Right, here we go. First one, Rangers.
He's
3.
fine.
Yes, they're off. So where do they go? They go
straight on the beach, straight on that arrow.
On that there. Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Okay. Next, Rangers.
Yep.
Yep. No, 1. Yes. Go Rangers. They're tough old boys, and 1.
Okay, so they all get there. Now the next phase 1.
That's a DD tank.
So DD tank, right? So you roll for its survival, and then if it succeeds, you'll also get a drift roll as well, I believe.
So what's their survival roll?
Survival roll is a 3.
3 or less, same as the drift, yeah?
No, the drift is 5. The DD tanks is 3. If you just look on the map above the big Omaha in white, there's a drift 5, DD tanks 3. So when you're rolling against drift, it's 5 or less to succeed. For DD tanks, it's 3 or less to succeed.
So for DD tanks to see if they drown, it's 3 or less.
That's correct. Yep. To succeed. So that guy's landing. Yep. 10. He's dead.
So we just remove him, do we?
Just put him in eliminated box. I think there's a menu you can pull down which says eliminated. It takes into the eliminated box, but
on my thing, eliminate. It's got there. So yeah.
And now we roll for drift for the infantry.
5 or less. Where are we? 5. He makes it.
Yep.
So on he goes onto the beach, and 3.
Oh wow. Okay, it's doing quite well actually. Okay. Next beach.
Okay, just infantry here. So 5s.
Yep.
First one. 4. He's on.
Come in. It's quite
Next
impressive.
3.
Does this dice actually go higher than?
No.
5?
Oh, it's not a D6. It's a D10, is it? No, I'm throwing a D10. It's all right. 6. So no.
There we go. So he lands in 1650. That's it there. Okay.
Well, we've got a DD tank, so that's a 3 or less to see if it drowns.
Yep.
No.
It's dead.
Eliminated.
Yeah.
5 or less for the drift. 5.
Lands. Yep.
On he goes. And this one, 3.
Yeah. Bloody hell. No drift at all. Hardly any drift at all. 1 unit.
Okay.
Okay, next lot. I don't know if there's any DDs hidden in there.
He comes in here.
Okay, he drifted. Yep.
10. So did he. And so did he.
Wow. Okay, just storing it up. Everybody missed that beach.
Oh,
Yeah. So, right.
now what happens now? If this
Yeah, yeah,
next
yeah.
pile,
Yes, indeed.
you know,
So the
drift.
drift. So,
Yes.
right. So, units of assault divisions that cannot fit in the assault hexes will enter the game on June 6th, PM turn or later if necessary, as normal reinforcements. I
Mm.
think so. I think they get to land.
Unless they drift.
Please.
So,
I'm just trying to see. I think that's the case. They can't land.
well, they
So
don't get a chance to.
they don't get a chance to land. I think.
Right. Okay.
No, actually, no, this is different. That's a stacking assault hexes. I know they just get stuck. They stick there.
They stay. So if they don't drift, they stay. Right.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try the first one. Yeah, he drifts.
No, you don't. You don't roll from them. They are just stuck.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
They can't
Right.
land.
So this one here. Then.
So you skip them and you go on to the next one.
Yeah. 3, 9, and 9. That's it.
Okay.
Everything.
So what I think you need to do is those three that are still stuck in phase one, you need to move them back. Oh, actually, no, you can't. No, you just leave them there. Leave them there for the moment. Leave them there for the moment.
Okay.
Now, you've got 2 more landing segments in this special turn. During the second and third landing segment, you can land at an adjacent beach. There's no more drift. No more drift happens now. You can land at the adjacent beach, but only if there's no enemy Zoc in that hex. So you need your work cut out for you. Okay. Right, so that's the landing segment phase 1. You didn't get any DDs through, so you didn't get any first fires.
No.
Okay, so then it's a German defensive fire segment. Okay, so this is 1 hex fires on 1 hex. Okay, I can fire more than once the same hex, so I could multiple rolls could be done because I'm fired from 2 hexes onto the same hex. All right, but I can only fire 1 hex at a time, 1 hex at a time. All right. So, and I believe strong points. I need to. Do I flip them?
It's gone quiet. He's reading them rules.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when they attack, they flip. Okay, so I unhide this guy, which is a 4. So I'm going to fire on your rangers with a 4. Okay. So the only so there's a couple. There's no terrain modifiers except for bluffs, and that's for you firing at me because I'm up the top of the bluff. Okay, and okay. Also, it depends how you're stacked on the beach. So the more people you have there, I get a +1. If there's more than 2 units on a beach hex, for every unit beyond the second, I add a +1. So it's a 4 +1 at the moment. And I need
So
to get...
I could have brought on just 2 units.
no, because you have to stack 3 per phase anyway. Don't worry.
Automatic +1 unit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Yeah.
If you landed the battalion's only 3 stacking points, and it's only 1 unit. So actually, battalions are much more efficient, but you just can't do it while there's Zocs on the beach. Right, so it's a 4 with a +1 on the dice. Actually, hang on, that doesn't work. +1 to the hit number, so it's a 5 I need to hit those rangers. So I roll a dice, D10. A 1. Okay, one of your rangers is dead.
Oh, we've got to fire less than that, yeah?
Yeah, so it's 4 +1 because you've got an extra, you've got 3 units.
So you've got to throw under a 5 or under.
A 5 or under, and I hit, and that just kills a unit.
Right.
So next door, we have a strong point which I reveal, which is a 3, plus the battalion on top of it, so that's a 5, against your 2 guys in 1551, dog green. It's only 2 guys, so don't get the +1, but it's a 5 anyway.
Right.
Miss.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, this one. 2 guys. 2 units, rather.
Yeah, he's a 1 plus a 1, so it's a 2. You've got... How many units there? Is it 2 there?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a 2. 10, miss.
Move along, Sonny, move along.
Next on, Laurent-sur-Mer. He's a 3. You've got 3 units there, so it's a 3 plus 1, 4.
Oh.
Got 1. Then we've got the next hex, which is a 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, and I will hit the guys, the 3 stacked guys, next to Colville-sur-Mer to the right. So that'll be a 6.
Ooh.
7, missed.
Nice.
Next, I have a 3 plus 1 with the company is 4. Same hex, plus 1 because you're stacked 3 high.
3.
So that's, how much was it? 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
9 missed.
dear.
Here we have a 2, plus 1, 3, same hex, plus 1, 4. Hits. So one of those is dead.
On that 3 stack?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, then I've got strong point on its own is a 2.
Unit on it. Or this one's got 2.
Is a 2, and there's no modifiers, just a 2. Nope. Next guy is a 3, and it's just a 3. 4 missed. So there you go. You got off quite lightly there, I think.
Yeah, this guy can't do anything. There has no targets. Right.
That's right. So now,
Hi, Jester.
okay, so it's now your fire segment. Oh, Jester's in. Hey.
Yeah.
Right, so the first thing you can do is you can now convert stacks of companies into your battalions again. Okay.
Even if they've been depleted?
Yeah, so effectively, so your battalions have 3 steps. You're a 5, 4, 6 as your 3-step unit. So three companies would turn into a 5, 4, 6. 2 companies would turn into a flipped 5, 4, 6.
Gotcha.
And 1 company would be a company. You wouldn't change it.
Right.
Okay.
So this is the 115th.
So they should be stacked up on the holding boxes.
Yeah, I'm just seeing which one's which. So
Okay.
the Rangers are the Rangers.
Yeah, and there's 2 of them, so you'd be a flipped Ranger battalion.
And that's this thing here, yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's one. Where's that then? That's this one here, isn't it? There we are. Yep. And then what do we do with these Rangers?
So those Ranger companies go, and you just replace it with the battalion.
So just eliminate or move them somewhere else?
just get rid of them, whatever you want to do. And just put the Ranger battalion back on. Yeah. So they've landed and they've formed up. You can do with the others.
Where's that then? We've got the first of the 116th, 29th. Where's that one? Can't zoom in anymore. This one here.
Yeah.
Where's the battalion?
In the holding box.
Oh, of course it is. Sorry.
Yeah, so 2 steps, so he's flipped.
Reduced. Sorry.
As you can see, a flipped US battalion is a lot worse than a full strength.
Not many. It's another one here.
Yep.
Not doing too well at all. Another one. So that's going to be flipped.
Sorry, this is taking a little while, but it's a little fiddly the first turn.
It'll be much quicker playing the game, but I'm not very facilely au fait.
That's all right.
This one here.
First time you've seen any of it.
Now this one on the beach obviously is not going to.
Yeah. So what you do there is you just ignore that one, and you could just use the second. Yeah, that guy is just. It's just a battalion that's available. To be
that's this one that drifted.
Yeah, so if those 2 both drifted, then yeah. Okay. And the other one's split a bit, so you can leave one company, and then the 2 companies can turn into a flipped battalion. Okay. So yeah, that's that done. Now you can fire. Okay.
Right.
So you fire in exactly the same way. If you have tanks in the same fire, then you get a +1. Oh, look, you don't have any. Okay, so you can choose your hex target, and you fire per hex. So the Rangers fire, then the 1/116th, then the 3/116th. Well, you can. Right. Usually you go west to east.
Yeah, it's easy. So we've got.
Actually, you get a -1 because of the bluffs as well.
Right. So what's the?
So you've got an attack. So the 5th Rangers are attacking that 4 strong point.
Yeah.
Okay. So the you're a 2, but that number goes down by 1 because of the bluffs. So you're on a 1.
Oh, not much chance then.
No, it's Omaha Beach.
No.
Okay. So you got a lot of string of 1s here.
Yeah. So 2, and what you got under here? You've got won't let. It's a 3, right? Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry what you're firing at. It's just a hex. So you'll be running on a 1 again because of the bluff.
Okay.
So just say which hex it is, and then.
Yeah, the same one.
No,
sorry, the one with the doubly thing missed anyway. Yeah. Another single 2, and the one in front. So that's still -1 all the way along because of the bluff. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, that's right. But remember, you don't have to. You can pick your target, whichever hex you want to. It doesn't have to be the one just diametrically opposed to you.
Yeah. Well, I'll try the one to this unit's left. The 160.
Yeah, so the battalion. Yeah, battalion hex. Yep.
Yeah. 2.
There's a 1 again.
No. This one here will have a go at this. We'll have a go at the one stacked with the
The
strong
company.
point.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, that's just a 1.
That's a 1. Yep. Nope.
I'll normally throw lots of 1s when I use the vassal dice, but not today. So 2. He'll fire at the one below him at Colville-sur-Mer.
Right. The 3 with the company. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's on a 1.
No. Next door.
Can't fire because you can't roll a 0.
No. And this one will fire at the.
Probably at the 2 because you've got a draw. You've got a draw there.
Yes, there's a way of getting through, isn't there?
There is.
So again, 1. Nothing.
Okay, you missed everything. That's
not. I don't like this.
That's not surprisingly. This is yeah.
It's bloody Omaha, for goodness sake.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so then we've done that.
Right.
Then there's a German movement segment. So I get 1 movement point. So all my stuff can move 1 movement point.
Right. This is where you bring up stuff from behind the beaches, bring them up nearer. Yeah. Okay.
Let me just check the highways are half, so that's 1. City is 1, so yeah, he just goes there anyway. He goes there. He goes there. He goes there. It's half along the road. Oh, fire phase. You need to fire your rangers on Pointer Hawk. Sorry.
Why did we delay doing that?
Because there isn't a landing beach and drifting and all that kind of stuff. It's only relevant for. Actually, I get to fire at you on a 1. Actually, because I've got a 1. I've got a 1 defense there, so I'll do my roll. No, I missed. So you've got a 3 back at me. I don't think there's any bluffs or anything.
No, as you were.
Actually, there's a bluff there, so it would actually be a 2. But never mind. Where was I? Oh yes. Stack that. Go there and heal. He's moved. Two, three, 1. Yeah, that's fine. And this guy move to there. Money else I need to worry about? Don't think so. Oh, the HQ. Yeah, we'll move the HQ up as well. Okay. Fine. All right. So that's my movement segment. Okay, so we'll be on to phases 2 and 3. Now, a slight difference for me is that now I can start using my artillery as well when I'm firing. Okay, but I can only use 1 artillery for the entire turn, not just the phase. Okay, but I now can use them. Right, so we're back to landing segment. So phase 2 tries to land, and you don't get a drift now. So you try and pack them in as best you can, but stacking is 6.
And a battalion is
3.
Can 1 or 3 or?
Well, it's on the counter. It's the little number to the left of the infantry symbol. So it's 3 stacking points.
6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what do we do? That's going to overstack then, so they can't come off.
No, they can't come any stuck. Yep. Now, if there wasn't a Zoc on one of the beaches to one side or the other, he could have landed on those instead, but he can't. So you just go along and land what you can.
Yeah, okay, it's done that one. So 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5.
That whole stack can land.
Whole stack, yeah. These are different.
Doesn't
because
matter.
they drifted.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't matter?
As I say, it doesn't really... About the designation of the companies, it doesn't matter. Actually, in the game, those don't exist. They're just breakdown company counters.
Hold on. They should have come in on phase 1. They can come in now, can they?
Yeah, well, it's the next stuff to come in. So, yeah, you can put a...
Yeah, like a queuing system. Right,
yes.
Okay. And then this one here is tanks 2. I want 4. Oh, to mix them up a bit better, I think. That's that. 2, 4. Was that 2?
Yeah, you can have 2. You can add 2 companies into there. There's only
2, 4.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So that's your landing segment. Then it's my defensive fire segment again. So I'll go along and blaze at you. So number 4 is going to have a go at what is it? Dog Green Hex. I'll ignore the Rangers. And are you overstacked? I don't believe you are.
No.
You've only got 2 counters, so it's just a 4. Yeah, so just a 4. 9 is a miss. Same hex. We got 3 plus 2 is 5. Again, just that number. 5.
Oh.
So you can choose what you lose, but you lose a step. So you can lose the company, but keep the...
yeah, I'll keep the... I think that might be prudent. Right, there we go.
Okay. Next, guys, there are 2 onto Dog White. On a 2. 4. Nope. The 3 against Dog Red. Or shall we go for Dog White? Yeah, let's go for Dog White with the 3. Again. Missed.
Ah, good.
Then we have a 5.
Yeah.
And that will be against Easy Green, which is a +1 because you're stacked with 3 units.
Yeah.
So that's a 6. Oh! Gosh, it's not going well.
No.
We've got a 4 on the hex next. The easy fox, whatever. Can't remember what it is. Easy red. Yeah. So 4 on that. Got it.
Oh.
Got it. Probably the company.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Then we've got 3 on your tank hex. You've got 3 counters, so it's 4.
Oh,
Missed.
Lovely. Leave the tanks alone.
2 for the same.
Going to the tanks
3.
No.
So going for the tank hex. So that's a hit. So it's 2 plus 1 is 3.
Yeah.
So you choose what you want to lose.
I think they're all the same, aren't they? Hold on.
No, you've got 2 tanks and an infantry.
Now,
if you want to fire and get the combined arms, you need a tank and an infantry.
Yeah, so I'll have to get rid of a tank.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Then the 3 has a go at your 3rd 16th, which has drifted off the beach. So that's a 3. Missed.
Good.
Okay.
Could do 2 there then.
Right, defensive fire segment. It's your fire segment. You may rebuild battalions.
With stuff that's already on the beach, yeah?
Yeah. So what you can't do is add to the battalions that are already on the beach It's the ones that are in holding. Well, you haven't got them in the holding box, but you know which ones they are
Wait,
by the
come on.
designation. Yeah. So, for example, Dog White, you've got a third of the 175th. I don't know what's underneath that. I don't know what company's underneath that.
The little writing. Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
two there. 175th.
Yeah,
It
but you've
is
got So
two of them. Yeah.
no, actually on the beach. Oh, you've got a battalion there, so you can't do anything there. There's a battalion underneath anyway, so there's only one company to convert. Yeah. So I'm talking about the
Yeah.
beach hex, not the phase hex.
Sorry.
Okay. I can't see the stack, so I can't see what's what. So
Right.
the next one, which is Dog Red,
That's the battalion.
has got a battalion anyway. The next lot, Easy Green. That's three battalions, isn't it? Three companies. Yeah. So the 18th. Yeah. Yeah. So you can take first or second of the 18th, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So they're off to the side, off to the right near the big Omaha.
Oh, hold on. What was it?
I've highlighted the guy there. Or is it the second of the 18th? That one.
Second.
Yeah.
Second of the 16th.
No, second of the 18th, isn't it?
There it is. That one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just eliminate those and pop that there.
What?
No. You know what I've done? Can you rewind?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's guys on the actual beach.
This one here, next door to him. That one. Yeah.
Yeah. So the stack of three.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So all those three go, and you put in a 546, which is great because it's a
Yeah,
five factor unit is very good.
Nice one. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, I don't think you can do anything else, can you? No, you can't rationalise anything else on the beach.
No, that's it. What's next?
Okay, so now it's you firing.
Can we start with the Rangers at Find a Hawk, or they have a special?
No.
Huh?
No. Yeah, it's just what we did before.
Right. So the Rangers on Charlie.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
The strong point. It's a 2 -1 because of the bluffs.
So a 1 again.
Yeah, 1 again. Yeah.
On.
A 1.
Yes.
So that's eliminated.
Getting off.
Very well done. Next is a 1.
Hold on. All I can see is your eliminate thing.
Sorry.
Sorry, I've got to scroll around and find the map again. There we are. Right. So next one will be Dog Green.
The 1/16th. Yeah.
Yeah. So
on a 1.
Yeah. Let's go for the 1.
Well, you can only go for 1. It's only 1 adjacent.
Oh, of course. Yeah. That one then. 4. No.
No.
Next we've got 3 -1 is 2. Correct.
Who are you heading for though?
The one with the infantry unit and the strong point.
Oh, with the battalion. Okay. Yep. So you're on a 2.
No. This. Oh, 3 -1 is 2. We're going for the 3 strength.
3 strength strong point on its own.
We'll go for the one next door, the 4 or 5 strength.
Okay. Yep.
That's 3 -2 is 1. 3 -1 is 2.
Yep.
6, no. Pointless anyway.
Now you got your big battalion.
Big boy.
He's on a 5 -1. It's 4.
Yeah. Okay. 4.
He's only got 1 target. No.
Yeah.
No.
9.
A 9. Too busy organising himself. Then the 1/16th.
He'll have a go, and that's going to be a 1, isn't it?
Who's he going for?
That's 3. Just seeing what's going to be a problem. Let's do the one. Do the one in the Colville Samar, the 1, 2, 6, and the 3 strong point.
Yeah,
but we need
a 1.
1.
No.
Come on. And we tank 3. And now we can do combined arms, can I?
Yeah. So who are you heading for?
I'll do the one with the infantry and the strong point.
Okay. So you're a 3 -1 for the bluffs, +1 for combined arms. So you're a 3. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'll eliminate that strong point because he's not very good anyway.
No. Well, you've moved it again. Hold on. Get back. Scroll.
Oh, it scrolls you, does it? It doesn't scroll me. Sorry about that.
No, when you moved it onto, because it's to the right of the map, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but that's just a menu click for me, and it doesn't move. So apologies. That's
it
probably a
moved.
fault.
I have to move it back.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fault
It's
with
one
the
of
vassal mod then.
those.
Right, and you've got the 3rd of the 16th on the end.
Let's go for the 3 strong point there, and it's a 1, isn't
That's
it?
a 1. Yeah.
Just do it again. Do it again. No.
Close. Close, but no banana. Right, now it's my movement segment again.
Right, I have to zoom in. See what you're doing.
So I've got 2 movement points. So what I would do is I would do 1 because I'm withdrawing. 2. 2 movement points. Let's move to there, I think. 2 movement points. Oh, you need to do your point to hock thing again.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering. I was just waiting for you to do your move.
I needed to fire. I needed to fire on you as a 1. No, and you need to fire on me as a 3. 2. Sorry, it's a bluff. No. Right.
Still scrambling up the cliffs.
He's already moved. I think that's... Oh, there's a guide back here, isn't there? 1, 2. Okay, that's my movement.
Okie doke.
Now it's on to the 3rd landing segment.
Right.
So again, you can land things if you want to. I think I've still got a Zoc on everywhere. So you can't... Oh, no, you can, where the 5th Rangers are.
Yeah. So we've just got those there. So stuff from phase 2 comes in. I can't move on to Charlie though, can I? From where I am. So I've got to move to Dog Green. It's a stacking of 6, yeah?
Yes.
What have we got here? So that would be 5. 2. Oh, you can tell this is an older module. 4.
As I say, you can stack stuff from Dog Green onto the top of the Ranger.
I can.
Yes. Because there's no Zoc on that beach hex anymore.
Gotcha. So we might as well plop,
Stick a
plop.
couple of companies on there.
Yeah, plop, plop. Oh, just the one, please. Plop, plop, plop. That's got its 6. 2. Yeah. Those can.
I think you might be over. Yeah,
6,
you're overstacked on Dog White. Because it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the moment.
Oh, sorry, it was 2. Beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Right, so it's back. 3, 4, 5, same thing there. 3.
You could land the tank.
5.
Yep. That's a nice combination.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, you can only land one company.
Yeah, just there is there. It's just the one. Okay.
You
I think
didn't.
that's it.
You didn't land anything at easy red. You moved
This
everything
one.
to phase 1. I don't know why.
Oh, because I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Please, that's why. So that goes.
So one of those
That
companies
goes.
lands. The others.
Yeah, there we
Well,
go.
it doesn't matter which box they're in, really.
No, is that right?
Yep.
You okay?
That looks good.
Righty ho.
Okay.
I could see what you were saying about the traffic jams. It's annoying.
Okay. Units on the beach can actually move 1 hex now. That started
Not
on the
through.
beach.
Yeah, not through an enemy. No.
No. You can't. You can't sit in the same hex as an enemy. No.
Now this only if they started on the beach.
Yeah.
This in some respects, some of this is very similar to D-Day, the D-Day series, because you can only move those.
Yeah.
Survive.
This is going to be unfortunately it then completely changes. We're back to the normal game after this.
Yeah, no, this little thing here.
Just this little thing, yeah.
So I can't move that top unit because that came on.
Cheerio, Jester. Got to go.
All right, Jester.
Got a celebration there.
Oh,
fireworks. Whoa. Okay.
I'll go and get on the roof, Jester, and see if I can see the firework. All right. Take care. Have a good time. As well. Hope you're well, my friend.
Oh yeah.
So that one that came onto the beach just now can't move.
Yeah. So no, the Rangers could move.
Oh, it's the other one, wasn't it? That.
Excuse me. The Rangers could move. Yeah.
Rangers could move.
They can move 1 hex. Yeah, that's it.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So we've got a little bit of a gap there now on Charlie.
Yeah. So that's the only person that can do anything because you can't move Zoc to Zoc.
Yeah.
So the Rangers go up the bluffs.
Yeah, we've made it.
Right. Sorry. Yes. So that was your landing segment. So my defensive fire. So I will continue to fire. So my 5 points onto Dog Green. Can I hit? I could have hit the Rangers actually. I just don't get the +1. But I don't get the +1 for the beach anyway. So I'm going to hit the Rangers.
Oh.
So that's 5. Yep.
Oh.
So they become a Ranger company.
So where do we get that from?
So you can do it off the menu. So if you go off the unit and you go place marker, you get the menu off the unit itself.
Oh, right click.
Place marker, place Ranger breakdown company. And you send the 5th Rangers off to the eliminated box.
Let me help. That's there. And this goes to the eliminate. Right.
No, that was the wrong way around.
Oh, crikey, you know what I'm like with this? Rewind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like.
There you go.
So that one goes eliminate. That's better.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, I got the... yeah.
Yeah, sort of... Oh, you have to find the map again.
Yeah, but if the other person moves something, it will flick back as well. So that's the thing I have to do to remember if I eliminate anything is to move something temporarily just to bring you back. Right. Yeah, next lot is 2 points onto Dog White. No pluses. 9, no. 3 onto Dog Red. No. 5 onto...
Oh, no, you've got a choice, haven't you?
It's got to be easy green. Yeah, 5.
Leave my tanks alone.
Easy green. Yes. So it's either your tank or you flip your battalion.
I don't have any... Do I have a firing in a minute, or is that...
You will do, yeah. You will do, yep. Yep, you're going to get a fire segment and then Consolidation, then a fire segment, and then I get to move. 3 movement points.
I don't get the phase movement until this is all finished. All right, so
Yeah, you've done your movement.
yeah.
So you either flip the battalion or
Yeah,
you lose the DD, the tank.
Off. Right.
It sucks, I know.
It does.
3 against Easy Red. No. We've got 2 against Fox, which has 3 units, so it's a 3.
You did not tank so much.
No. Missed. 2 against Fox, and becomes a 3 because of the stacking. Yes.
Oh, formed. What have we got there? We've got 2
tanks and infantry.
These are single steps, aren't they? Or
They are. Yep.
okay.
What can I say? It's Omaha.
Yeah. Leave them alone. Right.
It does get better. Don't worry. It does get better.
Are you done?
Right, yeah, and I've just got a 3, which is against your 3/16 stuck out on the end. That's a 3. No, missed.
Good. Right.
Okay, fire segment. You may rebuild.
So, how do I do that? Just on the beach?
Yeah, so you can't improve what's on the beach. You can just convert what's on the beach into battalions that are hanging off at the moment.
No, that's no. And we just got 2. Oh, for goodness sake. 2 companies there. That's a no.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do Charlie.
Oh, I can do that into a flipped.
Into a flipped battalion, yeah.
Where's the? Remind me, it's over the other side,
It's
isn't it?
the first 1/16th. If you want to be. Oh, he's already on. Is he? He's already on.
Yeah.
So it'd be. Probably the third 1/15th, I think. Yeah. That would have come on that on Dog Green.
That right?
Yep.
These are just 2 companies. No, there's one there. That's okay. What we've got here? We've got a battalion underneath. That's done. Battalion underneath.
think.
That
I'm not sure you can do anything else. What about Easy Red? Is that possible? Yeah, Heathwood, it goes down to company, but this is only really for the landing. It's pretty much a battalion game. So 95% of it battalion level.
No battalion, and that's no.
No, okay, that's it. And now you can fire.
Right, off we go again then.
Yeah.
When do we do the Rangers at Point de Hoc?
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting about those. I need to fire at you at a 1. No. Okay. You need to fire at me on a 3?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, sorry, it's a 2. There's a bluff. Sorry.
Is it where?
Yeah, there's a bluff underneath.
I thought the line stopped here.
No, if you look underneath, there's a little mini bluff.
I can't move yours.
Just remove the.
God, I'm moving everything. I'll let you put it back. Sorry, you know what I'm like.
Right, it's all right. Just remove the counters from the map. There's the little world button. You'll see it underneath.
Oh, that's cheeky.
Yeah. Well, there definitely were certainly bluffs, if not cliffs. Yeah, true. If you played Pro Bar, anybody?
I've got it. Yeah, it's great game. Mr. Ludeman.
Thought for a minute this was sponsored by Mutual of Omaha. If you get my rather warped sense of humour, usually I just name my videos with a sort of slightly And the fact that we're both playing this, it's mutual, Omaha. I'm here all week.
Yeah.
Try the soup. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, very sad. Anyway, no, sorry you missed. Okay, so your
All right.
other Rangers can get a shot.
Are they just a single one?
They've got a 1,
Yeah.
but it's a 1. There's no bluffs anymore. Not on a 10.
Could it be further?
Bit tired getting up those bluffs.
I know, then knack-a-noodled.
Mm.
Got 3. -1 is a 2 because of the bluff, yes?
Yes. Nope.
6, no. This one will go for the one next to it. So it's again a 2 because of the bluff. 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll remove the strong point.
Strong point. Lovely. Oh, it's come back now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I shuffled the unit a bit just to force it. Right. And then next we got Dog Red. What are they doing?
3 will go for the 3 strong point.
Yep.
So that's 2 with the -1.
Yep.
No luck.
Okay.
The tanks, is that combined? Yes, it's combined.
Yeah. So
4.
that's a 4 -1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So yeah. Only got one target. Sorry?
6. No, you're right. Only one target. 6. No good. Next along, we've got 3.
Easy red. On the 3. Yep.
Yeah.
So 3 going down to a 2.
Yeah. 2.
Yes.
Goodbye. Strong point.
That was the strong point on its own, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, there's a draw. That's a draw.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Can you move the unit so you can move me back to the map?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
That's all right. That's
there
lovely.
You go. Sorry, I forgot to do that.
And then, it's the tanks. Have we done those?
Yeah, JPX, you get it now. Yeah, probably sorry you did.
Yeah, it's
quite hard to come up with slightly amusing titles for all my videos. There's quite a few videos. So. Anyway,
I'll never forgive you for saying that I was playing a little brown Richard III.
Yes, indeed.
So
I think, what did I name the Men of Iron? Was it Discontented Winter?
Yes.
From the Shakespeare. Yeah.
Yes.
If it's not funny, it's usually some classic.
Related.
Classically related saying. Anyway, your tank, 745th, your tank company, who's he going to hit? On Fox Beach.
Yes, he's going for, those 2.
Okay, the 2 companies. Yep.
Yeah, companies. So it's a 3 -1, 2, yes?
No, it's a 3 because you've got combined arms. So it cancels out the bluff.
Thingy, 3.
It's a 3. It's a 3.
Yes.
Where my company goes. Okay.
Good.
And your tail end Charlie. Going to go for the 3, is he?
Yeah, and he's a 1, doesn't he?
He's a 1, yeah. Whoa. Racking it in now. Starting to make some holes here.
Yeah.
Starting to make some holes. Right.
Can you move something?
Oh.
Lovely, thank you. So.
Right.
I'll get stuck on the eliminated.
So I get a movement. So I get 3 movement points. Interesting. Well, I think certainly I will. 3 movement points doesn't get me very far in the farmland. You know what? I forgot to farm my artillery, didn't I? Stupid idiot.
Oh.
Never mind. That was
Can you not do it now? Or do you have to do it at a certain time?
It combines. with the shots.
Ah, right.
So never mind. They were otherwise engaged.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have remembered.
I'll move that guy to there for 2.
Okay.
2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3.
Hmm. So, as I say, you've already got this game, Tweez, haven't you, in
Yeah.
the original version? I've ordered the new one. What have I done?
What have you? Yeah. What have you done?
Just trying. On the war room last night. We were trying. I said I'm going to try and follow Hethwell's um, law. Play
Okay.
3 buy 1. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, so I'm not buying anything, but I'm ordering stuff. So I don't know if that counts. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm certainly going to be trying to play rather than just buy because you do, don't we? We buy
Yeah.
stuff all the
I'm
time.
afraid I'm on buy 3 play 1 at the moment. Terrible.
Yeah, well, I've got to. Otherwise, being a YouTuber, you've got to play the things, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah. No, indeed.
Yeah.
I, that's the best I can do, to be honest. Um, maybe move that guy back as well.
Mm.
Oh, I've got my pack to move. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. That's my movement.
You're pulling
Okay.
back from your points, yeah.
Well, when they do, where they don't exist anymore. Actually, that guy should pull back as well. I think I'll pull back to there. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because this sort of shooting gallery combat finishes now, so there's no more of that.
Ah,
Okay, we have now we have the end phase, which is mainly about yourself. So you have no AVREs or engineer support units, so we can do that. In the assault hexes that have not landed, that's the phase hexes, due
right.
to lack of space, they're formed up where possible and set aside to be landed on the next turn. So you actually convert them back to companies now. Everything that's stuck out in the sea, you'll
Right.
put them
Yeah.
back as battalions.
So what have we got here? The first 11:15, 11:50. That one. So
Yeah.
there's only 2. No more hanging about, is there? So this will be a. I think that's right.
Yeah, you've got an original battalion, the 2nd 16th. So that is put in the eliminated box because it was in a holding box. It wasn't able to convert itself. So it goes in the eliminated box. You can build it back with replacements
Which one are you
or with
talking about?
company. So you've got in easy red in the holding box. You've got a unit there, battalion.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Because you couldn't convert it. Oh no. You can try and convert it now if you can. But if you're unable to, then it'll go to the eliminated
Yeah,
box.
first. Oh, I see. I was doing something else there. Hold on.
So yeah, you probably can.
That's the first. The 26. No,
Yeah.
third. No.
Yep.
I don't think I've got any of those with that designation hanging around.
Yes, you do. It's next to the Big Wed 1 HQ, just below the Mulberry track. First 26th. First 26th of the 1st Division.
You're trying to put me off. I was looking for this stuff in the Easy Red box, yeah?
Oh, right, the 2nd and 16th.
We haven't got any. But I was doing the first 115th.
Yeah,
I've
okay. You go off and do that one. Sorry. Yeah, I interrupted.
Just I was doing it, and then
I've confused
you. I do get confused very easily, please, as you know.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
Yeah, don't need to agree so readily. I've got two left, so that's a flipped battalion, yeah?
Yeah.
And I've forgotten where they were. Where were they? They were here, I think. So those get eliminated.
Yep.
Right. Now, this second 16th, I don't think I've got any units, any companies that go with that.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. You could. Actually, no. Yeah, you would have to eliminate one of the battalions. So it might as well be that one. So yeah, eliminate that one, and you can convert all the others. The first 26th and the third 18th is all the other units. So it might as well be the second 16th that you remove. Just send that to the eliminated box. You can build it back, but
right.
Yeah.
What have we got here? First 26th and first 18th.
Do you want to just move some things on back? Yep, there we go. So my camera went off.
Sorry. Yes. You have to remind me.
You never know, do you?
I don't see anything. So we've got 3 units there, which can be replaced by that one there.
Yes, the 3/18th. Yeah, in phase 1 and phase 2 at the moment.
No, it's in phase 3, isn't it?
Phase 3 is the first 26th. It doesn't really matter, but you know.
What I'm talking Fox here.
Yeah, you've got a guy in Fox, but there's guys in Easy Red which are designated 3rd of the 18th.
I'm using the 1st of the 18th.
Oh, 1st of the 18th. Sorry.
Yeah, those three companies were in phase 3 in Fox.
Oh, okay, fine. Sorry. Right. Yep. Sorry, I was still on Easy Red, so yeah. Okay.
Sorry, gotcha. I'm making sure I'm not doing anything wrong.
No, you're doing fine.
Okay, so this first 26th in Easy Red, they'll all be the same, won't they?
Yeah. They never moved, unfortunately.
It's here. So we'll eliminate those and pop that there.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Got 3rd, 18th.
That's just one though, isn't it? No, there's 2 here. Yeah, that's
got the whole lot.
So where does it go, that battalion?
The phase X's don't matter anymore. You just have to form them up at the moment.
Right, I see. Okay, that's done. So 3rd, 16th, where are you? 18th, rather. There we go. So that's the 2nd and the 18th.
It doesn't matter.
There's some more here. What's this? Another 3rd of the 3rd, 18th.
Yeah, don't worry about the designations. You get rid of the one in phase 1. It's the 3rd of the 18th, even though it isn't. And the designations really don't matter.
So, okay.
You've got the 115th and the 175th to do on the 29th.
The 115th, where are they?
3rd and 2nd 115th, they're on Dog Red.
Dog Red, thank you. Where's Dog Red? There we are.
JBX, you've been watching my Tinian videos. Okay. Presumably the recording and then also the face-to-face with Pat. It's quite fun. Yes. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, enjoyed that. It's a good game. I'm not sure Pat really enjoyed it. Yeah. I think his strategy on his Americans landing were even worse than Omaha, to be honest. But he kind of split his forces all over 3 beaches, I could kind of pin him down with the Japanese on
Where's this 315th, third 115th?
Dog Red, phase 3.
Yeah. Where's the battalion?
Does he already exist on the beach already?
Be then.
Is he third 115th? Yeah, actually, he's over by Charlie at the moment. So convert him to something else.
Oh, right. I can do that, can I? I keep saying their designations don't matter anymore, do they?
No, not really.
So let's. Okay, I'll just use this one then.
It may be the first 175th.
Okay. Dog red, eliminate. Okay. We've got second, that's that one there. We've got 2 there. So that would be a flipped battalion, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, you've actually got a company on the beach, but that's all you can do.
Yeah. Oh, it's frozen again. I bet it's because I didn't upgrade the vassal module.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. It's back. There we are.
Oh, great.
Cool. My Puda.
Great.
We've got 2 here.
You got the second 175th to bring in. That's all you got to bring in, so you might as well use that one.
Where's that?
At Dog White phase 2. Yeah, those 2 you can replace with a flipped.
Yeah, I can replace it with this flipped, can't I?
Yeah,
gotcha. Got a feeling that might be it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your consolidation, your regroup. Okay. Right, and all of those are now taken off the board, and they're all sat there available for next turn as reinforcements. So effectively everything that's floating now is available as reinforcements. What you should do is the Pointer Hock Rangers also get formed up as the second Rangers, and they're available for next turn. So they failed. They didn't get up the cliff.
Oh, dear. So what happens? They're just eliminated?
No, just get rid of the Ranger companies. The second Ranger battalion, which is sitting next to them, that is available to be reinforcement next turn.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah, so forget Pointer Hock. Just all of those. So all these phase things don't exist anymore. So those are all irrelevant. This is just a floating reserve that you can land.
Right.
Okay. The stacks of 3, you've got some stacks of 3 companies originally there, which should be just got rid of because the battalions are now available. There's a couple over at the on the first division side as well.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any hexes where you can form up units, where you've just got companies? I don't think you do.
No, I've got a company there and a company there.
The tanks up on Easy Green, phase 3, are they both tanks? So they could form 743rd Tank Battalion flipped.
Oh, right.
I mean, it works the same way with the infantry.
Yeah.
743rd is just hanging
around. Where's that?
It's just above the dog green holding box.
Gotcha. Yeah. Flips that. The wrong one, actually.
There we go.
And
there's nothing on the beaches which can form up.
That's got a...
I don't think.
It's on the beach.
No, is there any? I don't think there's anything on the beach. Oh yeah, don't worry. That's just it's just a company. It's stuck as a company now. This is only rationalising what's floating around.
I think we're tidying up.
Yeah. This is just tidying up. Okay, and now you can form up any units on the beach, but I don't think you've got any capability to do that. Everything's there aren't multiple companies.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing you do is you choose one of the beaches
Mm-hmm.
and you place a beachhead marker on it.
Right.
I would advise.
Yeah.
I'll find the piece. Here, and you place it in the holding box of the beach you want to designate as your beach head. So this is how your reinforcements now will come through. I would suggest that Colville Easy Red is possibly the best because you've got an open draw there.
Yeah, and we can come through.
Yeah. So you would put it on Easy Red there. Okay, so your
Lovely.
enforcements are going to come through. So effectively, the phase 1, phase 2, all that line going along Easy Red is now your reinforcement track. All the others are irrelevant now. Just
Okay.
ignore the rest of them. Okay. Right.
So if I just move those across there, just so we keep that
Yeah.
track
So that's
clear.
your supply source.
Yeah.
Now, so the landing queue is now on that beach, and each of those phase hexes has a stacking limit of 4 units of any size. So 4 battalions, companies, or any other strange things coming
I
through.
line them up.
So on your reinforcements after this, you would use the phase 1, 2, and 3 of Easy Red, and the stacking on there is 4 units of any size for your reinforcements. Okay.
Okay.
Right. My artillery flips back over. The ones that I moved, at least. I've got another one here, didn't I? And I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the PM turn.
Oh, right.
So the AM turn. So it's now the PM.
What's this sticking?
What's what?
What's those underneath the clock?
So those are available reinforcements in the PM. So these are more stuff floating around that you can actually land if you want to. So these are mechanised artillery. Very useful little things, actually.
Remove those off.
Because normally when you move an artillery unit, it'll flip to its moved size and you can't fire it in the same turn. However,
But these have got wheels or tracks.
Yeah, these are what is it, M5 M4 priests, M5 priests. Yeah, I think they are. Those kind of guys. So they're available as well. But anyway, I would take all these guys off the phase markers and just stick them in their two divisions and other stuff. So you're going to confuse yourself because you're not using any of these. The only boxes you're using is on Easy Red now.
Yeah.
All the rest of it is just that's a floating reserve. So I'd take it away from the beach, if you see what I mean.
Now these other things here, but underneath the mulberry track.
Yes. So these are all available to be put on, including all the stuff. So effectively, what you should do is move the three red battalions on Fox. Just move them to all the next to the guys underneath the mulberry construction. Yeah. So just and do the same thing with the 29th stuff. Just stick it underneath its HQ over towards Point de Hoc. Just get them out of the way. So these are all available, and you get to pick in your reinforcement phase what you want to feed in. All
right. Tanks, where would they go? Anywhere?
Yeah, just stick them in the middle, kind of thing.
That was already on the beach, wasn't it? Can you rewind once?
Rewind what?
The turn I've just moved. something. Can you rewind it? And again, yeah, sorry, that's it. I moved it and it's on the beach. That's
Okay, right. Yeah.
Are these tanks anywhere?
Well, wherever's convenient for you. It's just they need to be somewhere accessible, but they
Away from
yeah.
everything. There we go. Right.
Yeah. Now the 741st, 745th, I think they need to go into the eliminated box because you've only got companies left there, so you weren't able to form those up.
Right. So
those two, 741st, 745th, are going to the eliminated box as markers.
the 745th, 743rd.
No, 741st, I think.
There we go.
So yeah, they break down the companies, and you've lost a lot of tanks. So, but you've got a couple of companies stuck on the beach, so you can rebuild them back up. But do you want to move something so my camera goes back? Great. Okay, that's cool. I just wondering if it's worth halting here.
Yeah, it might be a good idea before we go into the new phase of because it plays completely different now, doesn't it?
Yeah. So so now it's the Allied PM turn of the normal turn sequence. So yeah, the rules all change. All that movement and combat stuff all changes completely now onto the normal game. That we never go back to what we were doing. It was just an introduction. But I think it's probably a convenient place to hold it.
Yes. Yeah.
So so what do you think of your landing then?
First timer could have gone a lot worse, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah. You've taken quite a lot of losses though. Certainly. Yeah, the tanks certainly have, and the Rangers and whatever, and Pointer Hawk didn't work. So
no, but there you go. Yeah,
actually, you should put the Rangers back over, say, with the tanks, with the tanks on the floating reserve. Take away from Pointer Hawk because they're not going there anymore. They'll just got to land as a normal unit. Yeah. So
they failed position. They've been put somewhere else. Yeah.
I shall save this.
Well, I hope everybody got something out of that. I certainly did.
Yeah.
And apologies for my rubbishy control of vassal modules. That, I'm afraid, will never get any better. I've got
If we zoom out and just have a look at where we are here. So that's where we are with the. So I didn't tell you how you win. So that's just like me. So for this scenario, I think it is by the end of the 10th of June PM turn. So it's quite a way. You must have captured Treviere, which is that town to the south of Omaha Beach.
Gotcha.
And Isigny-sur-Mer, which is the one off to the right, round by the big river. It's quite a way away.
Oh, hold on, let me come out of it.
You can see it?
Off
to the left.
Off to the left.
Yeah, big two hex town there. Isigny-sur-Mer. Just at the mouth of that marshy river.
Yeah, it is a while away. It is a ways away.
It's
I'm looking around.
Indeed. Now, you'll be happy to know that I don't get any reinforcements, whereas you do. And on the turn track, which is above in that grey area, if you go north, you'll see stacks of stacks of American units. So that's all your reinforcements. And what you will find is it's bloody difficult to fit everybody in.
Yeah.
But there you
go.
Can
see that. Well, I could see that was a problem with just sort of landing phase,
Yeah. So
didn't get on the beach.
But effectively, you've got a load of artillery units for the two divisions you've landed. You've got I think, what else have you got? You've got another tank battalion. You've got some core artillery. You've actually got bits of the 2nd Armoured Division and bits of the 2nd Infantry Division. Got most of the 2nd Infantry Division eventually comes along as well, so you got almost an extra division to come on over the top of what you have. So yeah, it's you'll batter your way through, certainly. But anyway,
And that's
there
what
you go.
batter through. That's how it was.
Yeah, indeed. So as I say, as a game, certainly at this scale, it doesn't do Omaha Beach that badly. Actually, I think does a fair for a game that you're actually playing the rest of the game in a completely different system. This sort of mini game is all right, really.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Again,
we'll let everybody head off, and for the rest of their weekend, and for all the Americans, happy 4th of July. I think over in this country, it's a celebration from us. I think we managed to get the lesser part of the colonies away from us. Managed to persuade them to leave, and that's our view of it anyway.
JBX has asked, what's the scale of a hex?
What's the scale of a hex? Let me be accurate on this. Let me look it up, shall we see? Scale.
Yeah, for us Brits, it's just another Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
Looking actually, what does it say? Scale.
Be on the back of the box, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, we haven't got the box there.
I do.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the back is in the top, so I just have to give me a second.
I understand.
Do some gymnastics here for everybody. 1,250 yards per hex. That's very precise.
Yes.
So there you go. 1.25. Well, no, it's not even that, is it? It's just 1,250 yards.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't drop the bits on the floor.
No, it's all right. They're all back. No, don't worry. No chance of that. Right. Yes. Cheerio, everybody.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I don't think there'll be a stream on Tuesday. There wasn't one last week. It's been difficult to organise people, but I will actually be playing some games with somebody in person on Tuesday. So I'm going to be a little bit busy. I'll let you know how it goes on. Not quite sure what I'm playing yet. Not sure what I'm playing yet. It's going to be lighter stuff, really. Not very much hex encounter, but I'll let everybody know. Until then, we'll and maybe we'll be able to do some more stuff on this on next weekend, or maybe we got some other stuff we may be able to bring to bear, which might be entertaining. But we'll let you know that in good time. Until then, last word for you, Rough.
Just thank you for putting up with me, Teresa, teaching me the game, and thanks to everybody in the chat for putting up with me while you teach me the game.
No problem. Right. Cheers.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye for now.